4 easy installments of $100. I can just get that jacket now and just look poppin' now, and then my girl's gonna be looking at me like I'm the damn snack that I really am. Bruh. What's up, YouTube? This is Ludwig. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, on this channel, we talk about getting out of debt, building our wealth, and getting our money right. In today's video, we're gonna talk about this new thing that is sweeping e-commerce and online merchant sites, and it's called the Buy Now, Pay Later programs. So I'm gonna tell you right now, these Buy Now, Pay Later programs are no good. If you don't know what I'm talking about, basically if you go onto any e-commerce site or any merchant site now, you'll have, instead of just the option of just paying with a debit card or a credit card, there's this new things called the Buy Now, Pay Later programs like Klarna, AFTERPAY, or QuadPay, where you can get an item. Let's say there is this beautiful $400 brown leather biker jacket that I've been admiring for years now, but I've never been able to pull the trigger because I can't justify spending that much money on a leather jacket that I don't really need, that I would want just because I think it would look good on me. But with these Buy Now, Pay Later programs, I could get that jacket now and pay, let's say, $100 a month for 4 months plus some kind of a fee, and I could just get that jacket now. So psychologically, I believe that I paid less because I'm only seeing $100 at a time rather than that $400 plus tax, which is how much it really costs. Now, this is enabling sellers to make more money because people will be more willing to purchase these products because they'll be able to make smaller installment payments rather than having to pay a large sum up front. Now, this seems like a good idea, but the fact of the matter is that just like a credit card, it is still debt. Now, the main issue that I'm having with these companies is that they're trying to position themselves as the solution to credit card debt. So with a credit card, we know that if I have my credit card, I could buy that same jacket that I've always wanted with my credit card. I swipe it, it's on my credit card. I can just pay as much as I want to, as long as it's the minimum payment, or at least the minimum payment, and then I can just pay as I go. And what's worse than that, I can tack on more items that I purchased with that credit card on top of it. So potentially what a lot of people run into is that they never actually end up paying off their credit card, but rather week after week, month after month, they're still paying for stuff that they bought a long time ago, plus a ton of interest, and it can just keep going on and on and on. Now, these Buy Now, Pay Later programs, what they're positioning themselves as is a solution to credit card debt. So unlike a credit card where I can just keep piling on the debt and paying off a little bit as I go, the Buy Now, Pay Later program has a fixed installment, meaning that that jacket, let's say I had a jacket that I wanted for $400, they're gonna tell me it's $100 a month for 4 months plus this fee or this interest rate, and that's it. So we're way better than credit cards. I don't even know why you're making this video, Ludwig. We're way better than credit cards. We don't leave you in the gutter month after month, year after year. But the problem is that though they can try to convince us that it's better, it's still debt. Listen, son, you could put a lipstick on a pig and a dress on a crab, but a pig is still a pig and a crab is still a crab, all right? The Buy Now, Pay Later programs are still debt. It's still us guaranteeing money that we haven't even made yet over in the future over to someone now, so I can buy something today that I'm not even gonna care about tomorrow. This is the problem with the Buy Now, Pay Later program. It is absolutely still debt. See, just like your credit card, the Buy Now, Pay Later programs like Klarna, AFTERPAY, or QuadPay still check your credit to make sure that your credit score is good. Your credit score, a la my relationship with debt score, is still good so that they can give you a loan, is what it is, even though they're not gonna tell you that. It's a loan you're taking out for that sweater, for that leather jacket, for whatever it is. They position it to sound like you're just making small payments, but you're taking a loan that you're paying back over a period of time. And listen, I'm gonna be real with you. I like nice things. When I got out of debt and I paid off all of my student loan debt and my car debt and my credit card debt, and I got a good savings going, I bought a $2,000 sofa. I'm gonna say that again. I bought a $2,000 sofa. And you know why? Because it was a giant sofa. It's 6 by 4 feet. It's basically a bed. It's so comfortable. It looks so good. I love being able to come home at the end of the day and just curl up in this bed, lay up with my girl, watch some Netflix, watch some TVs, watch a movie. It's one of the best feelings that there is, especially after the fact that I worked so hard to get out of debt and to save up that money to buy it. But I paid cash for it. I waited for it. And I don't have a problem with anybody buying a nice thing if you've got the money to pay for it. The problem for me came when I'm giving up money that I haven't made yet to get something now that I might not even care about tomorrow. The problem on top of that, on top of everything else, is that if I'm guaranteeing to someone now money that I'm going to make in the future, what happens when the future comes and I have an issue, I have a problem, and I need my money to fix that issue or fix that problem, and I don't have that money because I've already guaranteed it to somebody else for something that I really didn't need in the first place. And that's a place that I got caught in many times before I got out of debt. I was in debt. I had all these nice things that I liked a lot, but I probably didn't care that much for after I had already gotten them. And then once I was in that future, once the future became the present, issues came up in my life that I could have solved if I had enough money, but I couldn't because I had already guaranteed that money to somebody else. So every day that I was working, I was paying to pay back something that I got in my past, and I was, crippled or really hindered from handling those issues in the present. And I didn't want to be in that position anymore. So I am very against debt. I am debt free, and I would like to help as many people who want to get out of debt as well. So these programs are just another tool for debt. These buy now, pay later programs are loans. When we think about it as what it really is, it really changes our behavior. I know it'll change my behavior because if I want to get that beautiful brown what's the word I'm looking for? Supple? Yeah, that beautiful brown supple leather jacket that I've been literally wanting for I think over 2 years now that I haven't pulled the trigger on. If I had just said, hey, you know what? I'm gonna use the AFTERPAY. It's not $400. 4 easy installments of $100. I can just get that jacket now and just look poppin' now. And then my girl's gonna be looking at me like I'm the damn snack that I really am. Bruh, listen here. Bro, I cracked myself up. But bruh, listen here. It's a loan. It's still a loan. And I am not about to take a loan out for a jacket. Isn't that crazy how if we just change those words around, how the way that we feel about it completely changes? We will change from I'm gonna make 4 easy installments of $100 to I'm going to take out a loan for $400 for a coat. Would you still make that same decision? Probably not, right? So, okay, Ludwig, you've ruined our day. You're telling us we can't have any of the nice things that we want. Every time we flip onto your channel, you tell us that we need to be better with our money. We need to stop impulse buying. It just sucks, Ludwig. Well, what are we supposed to do then? Well, the first thing you need to do is you need to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, because honestly, it does help the channel out a lot. It helps me reach more people, and hopefully I can reach more people so I can help them get out of debt and help them feel the freedom and the peace of mind that I feel with my money. And for yourself, please subscribe so you can keep up with all the new videos that I put up, so that you can stay on top of all the new information about money, about your wealth, about getting out of debt, and about building up your savings so that you too can be free and have peace of mind around your money. And I want that for you, so please subscribe. But seriously, what can we do if we do want these nice things? Because I want nice things. So how can we get those nice things? So what I would just say is, let's say if I wanted that beautiful brown supple leather brown jacket so my girl can look at me like I'm a snack, I can just make a plan to say, you know what, this jacket costs $400, but I really want it. What I'm gonna do is, for the next 2 months, I'm gonna set aside $100 every pay period. So I would get paid every 2 weeks. So I'm going to set aside $100 every pay period in a bank account, in a separate account, or maybe just like a little piggy bank or something, or an envelope. I'm going to set that $100 every pay period for the next 2 months. And after that 2 months, I'm going to have $400, and then I can buy the jacket. Now, the question is, why would I do that instead of just getting it now and just getting onto this program where I can just make easy installments over time? Well, this is what's going to happen. See, if I buy that jacket now, I take a loan, and for that next, 2 or 3 or whatever months, I have this payment. For those next few months, I don't have that money to do what I need to do. So let's say if something comes up, my car breaks down, I lose my job, I have something important to do that requires me to use my money, I'm not gonna have it because I had already committed that money to something else that I have now that can't help me out. That my jacket can't help me out if my car breaks down, or if I lose my job, or if I have, I got sick or something and I had to go to the hospital and now I have a medical bill to pay. That jacket can't help me, but if I save up for that jacket, I'm gonna have the cash up until I have what I want. So that if something happens in the meantime, at least I can say, hey, I'm gonna take a portion of this or use this towards the thing that is important, and I'll be safe in the meantime. And I'm gonna tell you right now, 6 years ago, before I got into this journey, I was in a crap ton of debt. I said it a million times in other videos, almost $240,000 worth of debt. I was at a job that I hated. I was not happy. I was anxious. I would have panic attacks on my way to work. I was so unhappy, but yet the place paid very well and it covered my lifestyle and all of the debt that I was paying. So even though I wanted to leave, I was terrified to leave because I thought, if I leave this high-paying job, how am I gonna pay back all this debt? How am I gonna, maintain my life? I couldn't afford to. So I stuck it out at this toxic, painful, scary job for years because I was not financially in a position to move myself to another job that maybe would have paid a little bit less, but I would have been much happier. Why? Because I took out loan after loan after loan, and I had made a commitment to pay back the loan to the lenders, to the banks, so I had to work that job that I hated. I can't tell you how powerless I felt. I remember the exact moment. I can't tell you how powerless I felt in that moment when I realized I was trapped in that job that was causing me so much stress, and I was just stuck. I was stuck, and I swore on that day I would never feel like that again. Did everything that I could to turn my life around. I got books. I got on programs. I had a very structured approach to how I was going to get out of debt and then build my savings and an emergency fund. And now 6 years later, I paid off that damn near $250,000. I have a 6-month plus emergency fund and then some, and I feel free. And I can walk away from a toxic job if I don't want that. And I'll have time to live perfectly the same, at the same lifestyle, the same way that I'm used to until I find something else. Or if I were to lose a job, I'd have plenty of time to find something else without ever being stressed. And I would not trade that feeling for anything in the world. So that's why I'm against debt, and that's why I'm against these buy now, afterpay programs, because we're trading away our future and our peace of mind and our wealth for things now we're not even gonna care about tomorrow. So we need to stop doing this. I know that I had to stop doing this, and I'm glad that I did, because I have that peace of mind in my life, and I hope to have that for you too. So hopefully this video, So hopefully this video was helpful for you today. Hopefully you learned something and you'll think a little bit differently about these programs if you were thinking about using it or if you've already used it. And going forward, hopefully you'll make a decision that'll be a little bit better for you in your financial peace. Now, please like the video, smash the like button, hit subscribe so you can stay up to date with this series of videos that I'm making on getting out of debt, building your emergency fund, and building your peace of mind through your wealth. And I will see you guys soon. Peace.